just wanna be her, for your mom to your pop to the beat to the birds, my cut right off on the curb like I'm Barry Sanders. Chains on and the diamonds dancing. Game on, so it's time to go. When the rain starts, I'ma let you know. Name a squad that is better though than my whole team. We a pot of gold. I'm a dog. I'ma need a bone for my whole team. I'ma let it go like yeah, and it feel like yeah, all day like yeah, all night like yeah, whole squad like what? And it feel like yeah, all day like yeah, all night like what? Whole squad like yeah, and it feel like yeah, all day like yeah, all night like yeah, whole squad like.
Coach, thanks. We are about 12 miles south of the future home of the Chargers at the current home of the Chargers, and that's Dignity Health Sports Park in Carson. Tonight, we've got a great Sunday night matchup between the Pittsburgh Steelers and our home team. Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
Let's go, baby. Let's go.
Ready up.
54's Mike. 54's Mike. Check, check. Watch 54. Watch 54. And I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
Set, go.
Now a carry by the third-year man. This is Austin Eckler. Give him 3 there on the first play of the game, and it's second down.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
Yo, 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 yo. Yo.
Here's a 2nd and 7. And this is caught. First catch for Keenan Allen. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Here we go. Set. 70. Indy.
Let's go, dude. Tighten up. Let's go, dude. Tighten up.
Shoot.
Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
60 Pittsburgh.
Hey, tighten down. There you go.
Get it.
On 2nd down, Eckler. He'll get only a couple down to the 44.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
This is 3rd and 1. Very likely 4-down territory, even if they don't get it, though.
54's Mike. 54's Mike. Check, check. Watch 54. Watch 54. Let's go.
Operating from the gun. Herbert. And he's got a man open. That's Allen. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. Give him 6 yards, and they do convert on 3rd.
1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
Let's go. 10-2 saw.
Mike 54. Your track.
5.
Running on first down, Eckler. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Back to throw. Herbert. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Minka Fitzpatrick. Allen, the intended receiver. Defensively that time, they were in zone coverage. As a rookie QB, what lesson can you learn there?
Well, understand this. You saw zone in college, and the defensive backs reacted, but they don't react like they do on this level. So when they're in zone and they see the ball coming to them, they'll react at least a half a second faster. You've got to know where you want to go with the ball and be decisive with it. Otherwise, the end result can be something you don't like.
This is a guy who made a Pro Bowl in his second season, James Conner. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Now it's Roethlisberger. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, third down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
Going top shelf for Smith-Schuster. And that will be incomplete.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
This is away and a very good kick, angled for the sidelines. That one sails out of bounds. The side judge will walk it off. And he says it went out of bounds at the 9-yard line. Nice punt. So well done there. And these punters, they get more specialized and better each and every year, don't they?
They sure do. And now it's really not the American punters. It's the Australian punters with their kicking academies and that flat drop and just kind of kicking the nose of the football. They're able to almost stop it where they want to, like a good golfer can check one up.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
Ready?
Throwing again. Herbert. He's got a man. That's Keenan Allen. And he is out of bounds, able to get it across the 20-yard line. First down, Los Angeles there with a pickup of 14 yards.
First and 10 at the
23-yard line. 18 Gator.
54. Here we go, D.
On first down, Herbert. Quick hitter here, it's complete. The completion good for 3, and it's second down. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn it into a bigger game. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
Hey, one set. Check Mike 54.
Big grip.
Looking to throw. Herbert. And he'll hit the slant route. That's caught by Cooper. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. Looking back to Cooper's numbers from last year after that trade, he ended up playing 9 games with the Cowboys in 2018. 725 yards, 6 scores. Also had the 100-yard game in the playoffs against the Rams. And if you add up the numbers between the two teams last year, he was over 1,000 for the 3rd time in 4 NFL seasons. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. You often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3.
Every day, any day.
Clear.
Mike,
Out of the gun, Eckler running it. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. He lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat. And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man.
5, 2.
To throw on 3rd down. Herbert flush to his right. He's got the 1st down and more past midfield. And gets it across the 50 and down to the 48. He's already topped his receiving output from a week ago, and we're just in the 1st quarter as that's a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Hey, Alpha.
Mark 55. Mark 55. So we got me.
Get it.
From the gun, Herbert. He'll get this to Eckler. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Give him 32 on the play.
A lot of running backs in the passing game, they're just used to check it down to them or maybe dump off passes. But this guy, they use him to stretch the field, don't they?
He stretched it right there, turned it into a really nice game. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down.
Get that ball.
Hey, Echo.
Operating from the gun, Herbert. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. Add the gain here to the previous play, and it's better than 40 yards total.
1st and goal at the 6-yard line.
Go now. 70, Indy.
55. They can't hang with us.
5.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
Moved back to the 10. They'll try on 2nd and goal here.
Shit.
2nd and 10. Complete. Hunter Henry with a grab. And he's able to get this down to the 5-yard line before he's out of bounds. 5 yards that time on the completion. And now it's 3rd and goal. This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on 3rd and goal? No score after 1 on EA Sports.
Go. 8, read.
This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on 3rd and goal?
Mike's 54. Mike's 54. Let's pick it up. It's our time, guys. Our time. Let's get off the field. Let's get off the field.
Hey, high 7.
54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. Check. Watch 54. Watch 54.
From the gun, Herbert. And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. Austin Eckler with touchdown number 8 on the year as his guys are on the board first here tonight. Good bounce-back drive right there through the pick on drive number 1. Drive number 2 leads them right down the field into the end zone.
Agree totally. Excellent bounce-back, tremendous poise, confidence never lost, and obviously he transmitted that to his teammates as well. What a really nice drive.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And the last drive, the first drive for them, not very good. 3 and out. What do they go to here?
Well, you don't look down at your play sheet and say, this is what the problem is. Let's find out who my playmakers are. Get the ball in their hands, and maybe the offense will move a little bit better.
Sometimes it's more important to get it to the right people rather than dialing up the right number.
Exactly.
Or the right play, yeah.
That too.
At the 34-yard line.
Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down.
One thing that really impressed me about Joey Bosa is that he doesn't sacrifice the run game trying to get sacks. This guy really knows how to hold the point of attack, great leverage, and then goes and sheds people and makes plays.
And at 6'5", 270, just a monster.
Absolute monster with a really high motor.
And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. It's a gain of 26 as they pick up the 1st down in the process. So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 41. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
Check right. Watching it guard.
Take both of them.
25.
Now on 2nd and 13. Roethlisberger. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. Now Ben on 3rd and long. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Nasir Adderley, the rookie from Delaware. Past the 20. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Oh, yeah. Here we go again.
Play fake to Connor. Now Roethlisberger. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 15. He's got the lane, and there he goes. The 20. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 and a Charger TD. Make it back-to-back weeks now with a pick 6 for him. He had one a week ago.
Talk about being in the groove, and what are the odds of what we're seeing right here? You don't see it happen very often. Listen, if you get a pick 6 in a season, it's been a big year, let alone back-to-back weeks. Tell you this, I wouldn't play cards against this guy in the locker room.
Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And that'll make the score 14-0. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board.
Check.
Jack 16.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32.
But when you go from 2nd and 4 to 3rd and 3, that just tells you who won that battle on the last play, huh?
Yeah, first round went to the offense, second round the defense. Roethlisberger now to throw on 3rd down. But it's brought in by Washington. And he will be knocked down hard, but he will have the first down. First target, first catch, and a first down.
Check three. Undercrush.
They go play action now. Roethlisberger. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that, first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Jumpy on the right side of the line.
Sometimes when you're on the end, a little bit farther away from the ball, any type of movement will get you to jump, and that's exactly what happened there.
On second down, here's Roethlisberger. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers 35.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Again, it's Roethlisberger. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down. Throwing again, it's Roethlisberger. And he will find his man on the outside. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
Right there, 56. 56, the mic, boy, 56.
To throw again is Roethlisberger. And this is caught at the 8. And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. A first opportunity for the Steelers in the red zone. They've got it 1st and goal at the 7. That is caught. It's Juju for the Steeler touchdown. Juju Smith-Schuster, his 5th touchdown now on the year, as they are now on the board here in the first half. Extra point put through by Boswell, and that'll make our score 14-7. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. This will be taken in at the 1. Well, he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And all the way in for a Charger touchdown. That'll go down as a 99-yard kick return. For the Chargers, they're able to widen their lead. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And it's now 21-7. So let's try this again. After the kick return TD, here's yet another kickoff. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
Let's go.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense getting the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. They'll run it now out of the gun. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. They'll run it now out of the gun. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. On 3rd and 1, it's Roethlisberger. Open man, Smith-Schuster, it's complete. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
Roethlisberger now hitting on 2/3 of his passes. 10 for 15 so far. 1st and 10. Now it's Roethlisberger. And it's knocked away and incomplete. Eric Ebron, the big tight end, his intended target. And now it's 2nd down. Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. It actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over. Then they get a chance to continue their drive.
Roethlisberger on target to Washington, and he's going to get this inside the 30. The Steelers picking up 15 yards there and a 1st down. Throwing now, Roethlisberger on 1st down. A hit as he throws there, incomplete. James Washington was the intended target, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the 2nd quarter, a lot of time to change things. They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. So back-to-back incompletions. 3rd down here in 10, but you're still in field goal range.
And that's the thing to keep in mind. They're in field goal range. So now you don't take any unnecessary risks, but you try and find a way to get back to what you were doing earlier in the drive in order to finish this one off.
He's going to go up top for the... And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Nasir Adderley, the rookie from Delaware. He's had it again, Charles. He had the pick 6 last week. Not a pick 6 here, but an interception.
It's another Oski, because that's the word we use when we intercept a pass. Oski tells your team to rally around and block for you. Well, that worked really well last week because he had made it all the way to the end zone. This week, he got the Oski, maybe not a touchdown, but boy, he's playing really well.
Just over 30 seconds to go in the half. They've got it 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive. Herbert. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked up by Minka Fitzpatrick. And they'll start with great field position at the 41-yard line. 2nd interception for him now here in this first half. And you got to think he's a rookie, Charles. How much does confidence start to become a factor?
I think that's a great question because that's what they're going to check on when he gets to the sidelines. The coach is going to check on, his teammates going to check on it.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. Joey Bosa in there to get him. And on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. Now this one from about 2 counties over after the sack. They come up on a 2nd and very long. And now this throw incomplete, and that is how this first half will come to an end. So we have come to halftime in what's already a 2-touchdown game. As we are off to Orlando now to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Here we go.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never wanted to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is
I'm
doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. Off the play fake. Here's Roethlisberger. They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. The Steelers picking up 15 yards there and a first down.
A gain of 15. First down, Pittsburgh.
Bring it. Bring it.
And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
Ready?
Second and 11 at the 39-yard line.
On second and 11 now. Roethlisberger. Ebron with it over the middle. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for third down.
A gain of 10 yards.
And after that completion, you can understand why so many teams in the league are emphasizing speed on defense at every position. The tight ends have created so many tough matchups now. If you can't run with a tight end as a linebacker, this is going to be the result every time.
That one good for 14 yards and a Steeler first.
We all love to have a home run hitter in the backfield. Guy can take it the distance. But in short yardage, trying to pick up first downs, that big guy, always a nice luxury to have, isn't he?
So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line. Right back to Connor here on first. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20.
Let's go, team. It's going to be a long day, offense. It's going to be a long day.
These two.
Here's Snell. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. Joey Bosa in on the stop.
That's someone who's pretty happy right there. That's the defense coordinator. Body after body getting to him before he can get started.
At the Chargers 17-yard line.
Set. 230.
55. Hey, eat.
On second down, Connor looking for space. And he'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 14-yard line.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
On third down, Roethlisberger. Hard throw, incomplete.
I think that was a good job there defensively. They did allow them to drive all the way downfield, but once they got their backs to the goal line, they really turned up the pressure.
Yeah, they let them get all the way down here. Now the field shrinks. They've struggled to convert, and that last incompletion brings up 4th. Boswell's kick is good. Boswell signed to a 4-year deal prior to last season, but he struggled a little bit.
Yeah, do you think that they saw 13 of 20 when they signed him to a 4-year deal?
Not at all.
Needs a big bounce back in 2019 if he wants to see the end of that contract.
This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going. The third quarter has not been kind to them. After they built that lead at intermission, they've seen that lead shrink.
And how much of that is simply execution? How much of that is maybe you lose your edge a little bit because you've got a lead? And you do have to credit the other team some because they've made some adjustments to start to slow them down. Can they find those counters now, those extra plays or plays they haven't run that'll be effective and get them back moving again?
They'll be looking for something here, anything to seize that momentum back.
Ready?
Here is Eckler. Cameron Hayward in on the tackle. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
It's Eckler again. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. A gain there of 12 yards and a first down L.A. What a great surprise Austin Eckler has turned out to be. That's the kid that was undrafted out of Western State, signed with the Chargers in 2017, and then last season, 554 yards at 5.2 yards per carry, and then he was also effective catching the football. 39 receptions, over 400 yards there. A great compliment to Melvin Gordon. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Now, he's been a busy man out of the backfield. They've looked his way quite a bit so far in this game.
Nice job there defensively, though, adjusting, because a couple of his earlier catches, he was wide open. Not that time.
You mentioned the key word, adjustment. A better cover man on him now in space.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Rip left, rip left.
Hey, wahoo!
To throw again. Herbert. And for a third time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked up by Minkah Fitzpatrick. There he goes, right side. And he's in for 6 and a Steeler touchdown. The defense more than did its job. Now the offense is summoned onto the field as they'll go for 2. After the interception, here's Roethlisberger. And it's intercepted at the goal line. A great read, and it's picked off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Steelers 16.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. This fielded at the 2. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line.
The Chargers take over first and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. And following the pick 6, and they have decent field position in throwing that pick 6. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football. A little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told him, and they told us, they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
Once more, here's Eckler. And an alley to run. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 14 yards is the pickup there, and a Charger first down.
First down. First and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Set. 60 or.
They'll run here with Eckler. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 17 yards for the Chargers there as they've got themselves a first down.
First down. First and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Charlie. Snap.
Operating from the gun. Herbert. And a quick throw here. That's complete. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. And
he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. Justin Jackson, his first touchdown on the year. For the Chargers, they're able to widen their lead. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And it gives his guys a 12-point advantage. Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Now a nice throw here right side. He hauls it in. He's got this almost to the 40 before going out. The Steelers picking up 15 yards there and a 1st down. Roethlisberger now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. Roethlisberger going top shelf for Smith-Schuster. And the defense loses him. It's complete. And he does take it in for the touchdown, but a flag on the field, and I don't think this is going to stand.
Yeah, don't put the points on the board just yet.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. Now Roethlisberger to throw. He's going to launch it for Washington. And that one knocked away and incomplete. Nice job defensively on what will be the final play of the 3rd quarter. So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down.
He's coming. 50. He's coming.
Here's Roethlisberger to throw. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. Charles, this one not over, certainly, but you set the magic number earlier in this game at 20 points. Said that they would need to hold them right around that marker under it. What are you seeing here?
Well, that number is still in play because we said, okay, 20 or under gives them a chance to win. Right on pace for being in that range. And guess what? They've got a shot.
The Steelers picking up 15 yards there and a 1st down. So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. Here's Roethlisberger. And he's got his man on the out route. It's a Pittsburgh 1st down, a gain of 13.
A gain of 13 yards. And the Steelers 1st down.
Like 80.
You gonna see me in your nightmare, son. You gonna see me in your nightmare.
77.
Play action. Now Roethlisberger. Going to throw deep for the end zone. Got his man. It's caught for a Steelers touchdown. Deontay Johnson, his 4th touchdown on the year, as his guys are back within a single score. And, partner, they found a gap there on the post pattern, and it was in the middle 3rd of the field.
And that's really difficult to do because ordinarily the safeties are back there to prevent that happening. But they found the opening and exploited it.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Charger drive about to get going. They have the lead, obviously, late in the game. I guess the good news for them is if for some reason they would make a mistake, a field goal does the opposition no good.
Everyone loves to have a little bit of a cushion, and that helps you immeasurably. But the bottom line is, do all the things that you're taught in order to close out the game. Don't even let that become an issue.
Yeah, but still a one-possession game. This one not fully over yet.
Second and 9 at the 26-yard line.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26.
Bravo.
Check 55 to Mike. Check 55 to Mike. Hey, defense, let's go.
From the gun, Herbert. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. That one good for 13 and a Charger first. This quarterback now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10.
Right there, 54, right there, 54 Mike.
Let's set a tone, fellas. Let's set a tone.
Operating from the gun. Herbert throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. It's a 4-yard pickup, and it'll make it a 2nd down.
Let's go. 60 Pittsburgh. Hey, Delta.
I can't believe they even let you play. Mike's 54. Mike's 54.
2nd and 6. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Well, he'd been targeted quite a bit on this drive, and finally I think the guys on the defensive side, they said no more. They slapped the double coverage on him, made it very tough for him to get the ball.
The Chargers on 3rd down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This will be 3rd and 6. From the gun, Herbert. Buying time to his left. He can run for it, and he will. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. The decision to tuck and run gets him 3, but that's not enough. Now it's 4th.
And, partner, I would guess that in his headset he was hearing from his coach, it's 3rd down, don't take a sack. And in this case, he's able to avoid the pressure and get out of there. He doesn't get the first down, but he does turn a possible loss into... positive yardage.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Last time they were out here, they had the benefit of good field position, led to a touchdown. This time, they're going to have to work for it.
They are, but with that last drive that culminated in a touchdown, I think they carry that confidence into this one. Doesn't matter where you start with the football now, they have to feel great about their opportunity.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. They go play action with Roethlisberger. And that is incomplete. I guess they're in a situation now, 4th quarter, where they're forced to take some chances, but I don't know that that was the type of a chance you want to take.
And that one could very easily have been intercepted, and if it does get picked off, that could possibly seal this one.
Here's Roethlisberger. And he hits his tight end, Ebron. He's at the 40. Past the 20, 10, and into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Eric Ebron, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Steelers have taken the lead.
There it is, partner. You see it. 4 fingers.
You're holding
What
up
does that
4
mean?
fingers. That signifies the fourth quarter's here.
That's right. Who's going to dominate? Usually both teams are holding them up. We own the fourth quarter. What we found out so far, 2 touchdowns here, and now they've taken the lead.
A second one putting them in front. You know what I see on the other sideline, though? It seems like they've tensed up, had that lead. They were playing not to lose it, and they've lost it.
That's a great observation. When you play not to lose, you usually don't win.
Now, though, they'll have the opportunity to respond. The Charger drive about to get going. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
It's going to be a long day. It's going to be
On the ground, it's Eckler. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
And that's a nice pickup of a first down on that second down run. And at that yardage gained, they can run that play on any down.
Well, we had a number of good games in the afternoon sessions, but this Sunday nighter might top them all. So we come up here on 1st and 10.
Mike 5-4, Mike 5-4, Mike 5-4.
Now Eckler. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
2nd and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again. 2nd and 10. 2nd and 10. For Keenan Allen, that's complete. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 40. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the fourth. So it's Charger football as we welcome you back from the 2-minute warning. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. A run there on first down and a pretty good one of 5 yards, so make it 2nd and 5. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
I like the call there because that was one to take time off the clock and get them closer to getting out of here with a W. In the mind of the play caller, all you want to hear is tick, tick, tick.
It's just me.
Going on the ground with Eckler. They find some open field here. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 18 big yards on that one, and a Charger first. Probably had 60,000 thinking pass right there, including us in the booth.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That was a big call, big guts on that one. And guess what? That run, it'll pay dividends.
We got to step it up.
And they'll try the jet sweep here. He takes it across for the touchdown, and they've taken the lead late in the final minute of the fourth.
Wow, wow, wow. I know it's a never-say-never situation, but to me, that looks like that's the one that's going to finish them off.
The score that puts them in front here late, but now you got to rally your kick team, don't you, and say the last thing we need is a big return.
And what happens is guys get overeager, get out of their lane because they're so excited they want to make the last tackle. You mess up, could come back at you a long way.
This fielded at the 2. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They're down here in a one-score game, but the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work.
And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked up by Nasir Adderley, the rookie from Delaware. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line.
The Chargers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Ready, set.
The Charger drive about to get going. And 3 timeouts remaining here defensively, but really not much reason to use them at this point, as this one is all but over.
If they use the timeouts here, it's strictly for show. We got a plane to catch. Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
So plenty of smiles for the folks here as they head for the exits. It's a victory for their hometown guys, and they were really helped by their defense, forcing 3 turnovers.
I think what we saw in this one, today's defense. And what I mean by that is in the old days, pitching shutouts was big time. That was paramount. But the big thing was holding people down, holding down their yardage, right? Don't let them throw the ball through the air and gain a lot of... But now, it's about taking the ball away. Taking away possessions, getting the ball back for their offense. They had 3 takeaways in this one, and it led them to victory.
So for the home team here, they remain as hot as anyone, 6-0 now through the first month and a half. That'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our hardworking crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, find us on Twitter at EA Madden NFL. Good night, everybody.
Feel like